Hello everybody, welcome to my YouTube channel Metanoia. Today I would like to share the story of an ex-anxiety sufferer, and his name is Mr. Philip. So what did Mr. Philip felt like? This is what he's going to share with you, okay, with his anxiety journey. Hello, this is Mr. Philip. You know, I used to be a very confident guy, an outgoing guy. I was really extroverted. I would go and hang out with my friends, crack jokes out there, play music and have fun and all of that. And my childhood was really great. You know, I had a very pleasant moment with my father and my parents, with my brothers and my cousins and my friends and all that. Everything was really going good until I enrolled into my university life, where I found that life is not that easy because I was a scholarship student, okay, and the scholarship was kind of conditional. So if I get good score, like if I get 75% marks out there and 95% attendance at the minimum level, then I can keep on with my scholarship, or else I'll have to pay a lot of money. So that was like a big thing on my head, and that was putting a lot of pressure. I do remember I was a bit afraid of mathematics exam, and it was the second semester of the first year, and I was cramming the whole night. I was drinking coffee. I was taking 3 to 4 cups of coffee per night, okay, and I would do mathematics the whole night. I was really stressed out about what I'm going to do on the examination, because that teacher was really strict and he didn't give any suggestion or anything like that. So later on, you know, I was studying, and all of a sudden I found out there was a feeling right in my chest, and I felt like my heart started racing fast, and within a millisecond, a rush of fear, a rush of panic, a rush of electricity kind of thing, you know, shook my entire system, and I thought that I was really dying. And for a sudden, I thought that I was having a heart attack. Okay, then I rushed to my friends and I said, "Hey, I'm feeling something wrong out there on my chest. Rush me to the ER." And that's what he did. He called an ambulance, and we went to the ER, and the doctor checked up. Come on, I don't think there is anything serious about you. Forget about the heart attack thing that you were saying. I think you have got a panic attack, and if you relax for a week, then you're gonna be all right. That is what the doctor said. Okay. The doctor gave me some sleeping pills, maybe some sedates or something like that for 3 days, and when I got back to the university, it was kind of okay. But one day I was sitting on my couch and I was watching television on that day, and suddenly I remembered about the feelings that I got on that day, and it felt like the same feeling hit me within a second. And I was blown out of proportion from another massive panic attack. I rushed into the ER again, and the same thing happened, and the doctor said that, "Come on, you are stressed out about something, you had a panic attack, you're not dying." And I was convinced that I'm going to die this time, because the previous time I was saved by luck, and this time I'm definitely going to die. And I need to talk to my mother that, "Oh mom, give me a hug, I'm gonna die," okay? Cool. And afterwards, you know, the fear of it coming back crippled me, okay? And I started getting some anxious symptoms, and I understood that something was really messed up with me, and I thought that I was really going crazy. I started getting some physical symptoms, and when I talk about those physical symptoms, I do remember that I used to get tension headaches, pounding in the heart. Then I used to feel lightheaded and dizzy. I'd get tremors, twitches, and I'd get, you know, I would sweat a lot, and since I couldn't sleep a lot, I couldn't manage to get sleep. I would feel fatigue, and I would feel restless, and the pain was kind of like it was unexplained pain, and I couldn't make somebody else understand how did I felt. So it's really, really pathetic to be in such a position. And I found out that I was facing a lot of problem with my concentration. You know, I couldn't concentrate on my class. The teacher was giving lecture and I was kind of spaced out, and the harder I try to concentrate, the worse it gets. And I also had some digestive issues. Okay, I couldn't digest the things properly, and when I talk about appetite, it was like, I was so hungry at once that I would like straight eat 2 pizzas at once, and sometimes I don't have any appetite. There is a loss of appetite. I feel like eating the whole day, and that is what has happened. And ultimately, I am a thin guy right now, and I became thinner. Okay, and then I found that my muscles were tensed like all the time, and there was a muscle tension out there on my neck, and I used to feel a lot of pain at the back of my the back side also as well. And I had hot flashes, that were draining me out and freaking me out. Okay, and when I talk about the mental part of it, I do remember that I felt irritating, I was agitated, and whenever like a little bit of sound freaked me out, and I'd slash out at my roommate that, come on, can you just keep silence? And he understood I was passing through something, but he couldn't pinpoint that feeling, right? I used to have those racing thoughts. Okay, the thoughts would penetrate my mind at like 200 kilometers per hour, and I couldn't choose between the thoughts, like which one to choose and which one to think about, because they were racing so fast. Okay, and sometimes I would ruminate. Okay, not sometimes, almost all the time I would ruminate. I would think about the same thing again and again and again and again. It's like I'll chew chewing gum until there is nothing left. Okay, and only the sweetness is gone. Okay, and there's nothing productive coming out of it. I'd do that. Okay, and also I'd get intrusive thoughts, like there would come some thoughts in my mind that I'd rather die but not to think about doing them, and all those thoughts, they came out of nowhere. And with those thoughts, I had severe multiple panic attacks. Like, how can even these thoughts come to my head? I was really afraid of it, and it's like, I cannot put that in words. It was really hard on me. And moving forward, the worst of all symptoms that I would like to share to you today is that I had DPDR. What do I mean by that? DPDR. Well, if somebody says that what is the hardest, what is the worst, and what is the scariest of all the symptoms that you have ever faced when you have passing through the anxiety life, I'll definitely keep this one at the topmost level. This is DPDR. DP, depersonalization, or depersonalization, or depersonalization, or however you say it. DP is a feeling where you feel disconnected to your body, and your sense of yourself is really alienated, and you feel like, whoa, is this me? Or where inside my body am I staying? You feel like you and your body are disconnected, and they're two different things, and it's really scary to feel it, my friend. And the next one is derealization, or derealization. This is a feeling where you feel like you are disconnected from your surroundings. You feel like there are like 5 to 10 filters, okay, and you're standing away and you're just watching everything going on, and you're not a part of it. I mean, I don't know any better words. I don't know how to articulate it, okay, but if you are suffering or if you're facing this kind of feelings, then you understand what I mean, okay. So DPDR was the most scariest symptom I ever had to go through or to experience. And this is an experience that nobody would like to ever experience it, okay? It's so bizarre and so gruesome. Oh, come on. And another thing, I remember that my eye sensitivity was really out of the roof, and I felt like I couldn't even focus for a while. I was looking at the screen, and it felt like I was hit by like 6,000 watts of power on my eyes, and it was really pathetic. Okay, I had to literally take sunglasses to go out each and every time I would go out of my house, and it was really worse. I used to get those hot flushes, and last but not least, I would say that your a sense of feeling like there is nothing left inside your body. It means that the feeling of emptiness. Okay, that is what manifested slowly inside my heart, and I was really broken at that time, and I couldn't put it in words. Okay, and on that going on, I suffered from this kind of symptoms for 7 months. And what was my initial response to that? Well, if I talk about that, I would say that when I was getting those symptoms, I shared it with my friends and my family members, and they would say, "Come on, you are passing through a hard time, and you will have to fight those feelings with all you can." That is what they say. And this is what I did. I fought all my symptoms with each and everything that I could. And what happened next? The symptoms kept on becoming, like, one symptom would go away for like 5 minutes, and after that and after that came another symptom, and all of a sudden I feel like this is something new and I'm going to die right now. This sense of dread lasted for a longer period of time. I suffered in a way I cannot explain, and I fought with all the feelings, and then I googled all the symptoms, and whenever I'd google something I would go mad, like, you have got a pimple out there, you've got a pimple out there, you type out there in the Google your symptom, you see that all of a sudden you got a skin cancer. Okay, so this is what happened when you're really sensitized, and when you were running through the anxiety phase, you feel like that, yes, you are going to cancer, and it feels so convincing that some part of your rational mind knows that this is wrong, you're just acting way too much, but still you are so convinced that you're gonna get this, and sometimes you get into another phase called hypochondriac. Okay, so we'll talk about that later. So this is how I felt in those days, and it's really pathetic. Okay, these were my initial response, and after that, somebody named Charlotte came into my life, and she understood exactly how I felt, and maybe she was a student of psychology that she concealed from me, and she helped me out, reached out to me, and she said that she made me understood the concept of neuroplasticity, and she also talked about the jewels left by Dr. Claire Weeks, and she also talked about how you can rewire your mind, and how you can get caught up into the anxious cycle, and how your brain can make you a fool. And all of that suddenly clicked inside my mind, and I decided that, okay, I'm not going to be fooled anymore by my thoughts. But you know what, understanding everything, the recovery phase was like this. It was not a straight line. I was approaching towards the recovery, and I would go back all of a sudden like that, and that kept on rolling for like 2 or 3 months, until I suffered so much that I understood that no, this is the time I need to be serious about this, and I can no longer suffer anymore. This is why I convicted, and after that I started recovering, and I thought that it took almost like 4 months for me to come out of the anxiety disorder to a state where I'm more calm and relaxed, and I don't get those symptoms. Like those symptoms would reduce to a level where I would not feel them. Okay, and there were gaps where I couldn't even connect to my anxiety, and I forgot that I had something like that. And whenever I remembered, all of that kind of rushed back. But after like 5 months, I recovered totally, and I understood that no, now I've recovered and I'm started building some shields in front of me. Like, yeah, it cannot come back this time, okay? It tries to come back, but there is a shield that I've created and cannot come back again. And this is how it worked. And after understanding and successful utilization of these tools, and has really paved the doorway to the ultimate recovery. And when I talk about the life after you are recovered, the truth is you never go back to your old self. And I'm sorry to say that, but this is the reality. But now I'll give a little bit of description of what I meant by it. Well, you are always changing, okay? You can never go back to the you were 15 minutes ago, or like an hour ago, or half an hour ago. You can never go back to your old self. You're always changing. Each and every cell in your body are replenishing, right? So when you recover from anxiety, you do change, but you become the best version of yourself. You become a better version, okay? You understand a lot of things now. You understand how mind works, and you can deal with the really daily life stressors in a better way. And you have that confidence and that fearlessness, which is really needed for anybody to be successful in his life. So that is the phase where you would be, okay? You're not gonna go back to the old yourself, but you're going to be somebody new who is really strong in his life. And this time, the Philip 2.0 version is going to nail it and rock it, okay? So this was my story, and I do believe that if you stay with Syed Rashid Mubarak out there, then you can come out of anxiety as well, just like I did. Hello, this was the story of Mr. Philip, and I hope that you guys really enjoyed it. And I would say that, okay, if you follow my videos, and I do believe that you will come out of anxiety as well. And it's really not a dream-like thing that you have been dreaming. Like, you could be caught up in anxiety for 8 years, 10 years, 12 years straight, and you have tried so many things, and now you might think that, oh, I've tried so many things and I'll never come out of anxiety. But this is a wrong idea of yours. And I promise you, if you stay with me, watch all my videos, okay, with patience and understanding and with application, then I promise that you will definitely come out of anxiety, because these are the truths and nobody can deny them, okay? I'm going to talk about the scientifically proven facts, okay? And to be honest, I've worked with so many, and you can see their testimonials. And a disclaimer at the end of the video: I'm not a mental health professionalist, okay? I have seen that people are dying, they're committing suicide, and it has become more of a pandemic, okay? And we have our people don't have access to those therapy or whatever you say, because these are really costly, and nobody not everybody can afford them. So I decided to create some mental health videos, keeping them authentic and putting it to the principles, okay, and putting them the basic tools to work out. And sometimes, not sometimes, rather most of the times, my friends or whoever follow my videos, they come out of the anxiety and they recover, okay? So I'm not going to say some bullshit here, because I have studied of my own, and I would just take the extracts out of it and put it to you. That is what I'm going to do, okay? I'm just trying to help you guys out to come up with out of your rabbit hole, okay? And whatever I teach you is never a substitute to the professional help, okay? If you have the capacity, if you have the prevalence to go and seek out for the professional therapy, definitely you go for that. I'm never a substitute for that, but I'm there always to help you out and promote mental health awareness. And I would like to give many solutions to those problems that you can practice in a holistic way, and that is definitely going to work, because it is based upon the neuroplasticity and the recent researches, and most of the principles are based upon the CBT therapy and all the existing therapies, okay? So I hope, I'd like to finish my video today. I hope each and everybody of you watch my videos and share these videos, because if you might not find it really useful, because maybe you have recovered from anxiety, or you are not an anxiety sufferer, but I hope that you can refer this video to somebody who is in need of this kind of content. And I'm really sorry to say that our country is lacking behind awareness in case of mental health. So I really I'm working hard for that, and I want you to support me on that, and I hope that God will bless you for that. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah, and see you again inshallah.